Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Clark Gillies Arena here in Dix Hills. Time for junior varsity hockey. Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks and Half Hollow Hills set to do battle. The Hornets coming into this one 2-6. Seahawks still looking for their first win. They are 0-9. With Frank Potato on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell joining you here tonight as warm-ups just concluding between these sides. And we'll take a quick deep dive here into the two-team seasons coming in. Of course, the Seahawks 0-9, sitting in 8th place, but trying to get on the board. They had a tough 1-0 loss last time out on November the 7th against Massapequa. Only letting up that one goal was Padraig Barron, and it looks like he'll get the start again for the Seahawks. And for Half Hollow Hills, 2 wins on the year, an 8-2 loss to Belmore Merrick, who seems to be firing on all cylinders at every level so far this season, are the Bulldogs. That game was on the 14th of November. The 2 goals in that one scored by Adrian Rayau and Christian Bransaforte, as the Hornets try and put that one behind them and pick up the victory here tonight. Just about ready to go at center ice. The puck is down, and we are indeed underway. The Seahawks in the road blue, Half Hollow Hills in the home white as they start ahead into the attacking zone. A quick shot knocked up and out of play. So we do apologize, a little bit of a technical issue, and we're in the corner. We just ask you to bear with us. I'll try and take you through the game the best I can. It's Daniel DiPaolo getting the start tonight for the Hornets. Mason Nashorn down the other end is indeed getting the start tonight for Cold Spring Harbors. They control the face-off, but getting in on the forecheck is Jacobson of the Hornets, and it's to the line, held in by Half Hollow Hills, and now forced out and back the other way for the first time tonight. Charge the Seahawks with numbers over the line to the outside. This is Techlitz trying to center. Couldn't get it through. Jacobson right in front of us here on the near side half wall. Atgun gave it away. A chance here from the slot potentially. Now to the circle, and the save made that time by DiPaolo as he made the stop on Keegan. Cleared out by the Hornets. Both teams resetting here. A couple good looks for the Seahawks on that shift. And they're coming right back in. A shot from the outside misses the net wide, that time off the stick of Robert Curlin. Settling things down is Morzan, and he clears it out. Only game here tonight at Clark Gillies Ice Arena in this JV matchup, and the Seahawks bring it back in. Turned over for a moment. Into help now is Panetta. Panetta's taken to the boards. Good defense that time by the Hornets as they look to skate it out, and they will, in the form of Bransaforte, number 13. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists on the young season. It's cleared back out for Turkowitz, and then he gave it away, and the chance here for the Seahawks. Shot flipped wide that time by Neri. Miles Neri had it knocked off his stick. Bransaforte has a beat on it, and he's on it in the offensive zone. Bransaforte drops it off. Recupero shot stopped. Rebound cleared aside. Out towards the line. Held in this time by Maddox Lean. Taken to the boards by 2 Seahawks. Hills now with the pressure. Bransaforte has Ileana Recupero in front. Couldn't get it to her, and the Seahawks look to start back out to the line. Held in, a shot on, and it's stopped that time by Nashorn. To the line again, another try, blocked down in front, and Cold Spring Harbor will look to clear, and they do. Now into the attacking zone. Mavra Nicholas. Up the board, skated out by Recupero, 2-on-2. Recupero over the line, takes it wide. Bransaforte going to the goal, centering pass knocked away. Back to Recupero, and then a centering pass, one-timer, was stopped in tight. And it's clear down the ice. DiPaolo will leave it for a teammate. Best look of the night so far for the Hornets. Down the ice it goes. William Bryant on it here for CSH. To the blue line, turned over though, and right back in come the Hornets. Christian Bransaforte left it though. And the Seahawks skate it back in. Into the attacking zone, knocked away. Great move in tight that time, unable to shake through though. Ben Neri, a follow-up try, was stopped. And trickles past Apollo. Puck available along the kick plate. Finding it, backhanding it up the boards, Gomels. Another try towards the goal, one more and they score! A shot in tight finds its way through. It's 1-0 Seahawks. Ben Keegan gets the scoring started. Just throws that one towards the net, and it looks like it sneaks under the pad of DePaulo. And a great start here for Cold Spring Harbor. Might be one DePaulo wants back. Well, a hungry Seahawks team looking for win number 1 on the season. They come back in off the face-off, but it's cleared right back out by the Hornets, and this is Panetta, who nearly gave it away, and it ends up back on goal where it's covered by Nashorn, and it will be an offensive zone face-off here for Half Hollow Hills. So Keegan gets credit for the goal, his 7th on the young season. Now tied for the team lead as Nashorn makes another save. James Panetta had 7 coming in. Clear down the ice, hustling back on it here is Parenti. Shovels it up the boards past Alexandra Strzelchowski. At the line, it's held in here, or is it? No, delayed offside. Doesn't look like the Seahawks really know this, but it's sent ahead for Jacobson. Jacobson charging ahead, had it knocked off his stick and back the other way. Come Cold Spring Harbor. This is Curlin to the outside. Curlin trying to center it. Puck available in tight. Saved Apollo. Another stop. Still hacking and whacking at it, and it rolls wide. Curlin off the apron now. It's the Seahawks coming out firing here in the opening 5 minutes of the hockey game. Hold the puck in again. Atgun, though, on the follow-up. Gets it out. And it's skated in this time by Rayo. Shot knocked down. And cleared down the ice. This could be icing, and it is against Cold Spring Harbor. Another look at that sequence here as Curlin brings it in and takes it wide. Centers it. All chaos breaks loose in front. A couple big saves here by DePaulo to keep his team within 1. Still plenty of hockey to be played. But what a start this has been so far for Cold Spring Harbor here in the JV division of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Seahawks looking to clear. Comes up for Peyton Whalen, couldn't get it out. Shot from the line, knocked down. And the Seahawks are out. Now the Seahawks are in, trying to weave his way through, unable to do so. It went under the glove of DePaulo. That was Ben Neri. Neri stays with it, now gives it away, and Connor Roberts forces it out. Looking for Bransaforte at neutral ice, but it's turned back over. Chance down the slot here, and it's blocked down in front. Getting in front of it, Lean. On the try from Curlin. Bransaforte angles it out for Recupero. Recupero takes it in. Separated from the puck. That time Seahawks looking to clear. It's held in. Lean looking for a shooting lane. Throws it towards the goal. It was deflected in front. And it's covered by Nashorn. Shots 8-5 in favor of Cold Spring Harbor. They got the 1-0 lead. Still looking for their first win, their first set of points here on the season. Of course, Half Hollow Hills sitting at 4 points. This one takes a funny hop off the faceoff, right off the stanchion. and it stays in here for Half Hollow Hills. Cross ice feed played off the boards. Back up to the point it goes. Tied up at the half wall, and it's cleared back out. Foot race for it here. Stepping in to make the play that time for Half Hollow Hills is Cristiano Recupero. This is offside. Face-off comes back out to neutral ice, and it looks like they'll bring it all the way down, actually. It's going all the way down the Seahawks' end. Tough break there for Cold Spring Harbor. Now an opportunity here for Half Hollow Hills to take advantage. The face-off deep. But it is controlled by Cold Spring Harbor. It's wrapped around the boards. Trosakowski trying to knock it back out to center. Recupero, though, held it in. Reverses course down the boards. The Cold Spring Harbor emerges. Cleared out. Looking for the intended target of Techlitz, but it was intercepted. Now just tied up at the red line. Hammered down the ice, but it is from the wrong side of the red line. It's icing here once again against Cold Spring Harbor. Both teams making changes. Another face-off down towards Nashorn, just a little over the halfway point of period number 1. Only goal from Ben Keegan so far here in Dix Hills at the Clark Gillies Ice Arena. Off the draw, popped out to the high slot. Just backhanded to the corner that time by Mark Parenti. Seahawk goes down behind the goal and looking for options here. Rayo comes out towards the line and skated out here by Peyton Whalen. Whalen gets it deep. Now it's Turkowitz. Pass a bit too far for Jacobson. Turning this one around now, Curlin. Curlin gave it up to Jacobson. Jacobson, the teammate going to the goal, tried to get it through, could not. His stick was checked. And starts up ice, just clears the zone. Here's Maddox Lean right back in. Lean takes it wide, takes a shot, catches the glass. Held in by Turkowitz, rolling puck in the slot. A chance here, they score! And Half Hollow Hills with the response. Evens things up at 1. It's Mark Parenti. Settles the puck in the slot all day here to step into that one. High blocker. And Hills ties the game up at 1. And back in they come. Another chance. Nassau made the save. Didn't know where it was. Was able to keep it out, though. Now Cristiano Recupero playing catch with it in the corner. Back out to the point. Recupero takes the shot. So he made the rebound available. Chopped up in the air. Lands at the half wall. 6 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Another chance in tight. That one caught the bar, I believe, and will come all the way back out. Recupero now, D-to-D pass, he resets, cleared it ahead, but Seahawks deny that clean entry. To the line, forced out. Recupero back in, Eliana Recupero knocks it to the corner, gets on it. Tries to center, hit the outside of the goal, still loose behind, and swept up to the point. Where it's held in once again. Centering pass intercepted that time, and the Seahawks looking to clear. Hills not making it easy. To the line. Held in by Cristiano Recupero and Bransaforte hustling after it. Up the boards it comes though, and once again held in. Recupero just played off the glass. Down for Bransaforte. Up top. Pass settled down. Shot goes wide that time off the stick of Gomez. And finally, it's cleared out. And the Seahawks will sneak in a couple changes. Bransaforte back in, thwarted at the line by Saladino. This is Recupero. Flips it in, tries to find it, does. Skate to stick, tied up, goes down. We play on. And it's flipped out by Cold Spring Harbor. And they look to reset. Curlin forced back to his own end here. Hounded by a couple Hornets. Turns back. Just banks it high off the glass. Settles down though in the high slot. Now comes back towards the line for Sundak. Couldn't get the shot through. Down the ice it goes. And icing called by the linesman. Last name Vorotnikov. One has to wonder if he plays for the Stony Brook M3 ACHA team in his spare time. 2 Vorotnikovs on that team. Makes the call here. Drops it off to his fellow linesman, and the face-off once again deep in the Stony Brook zone with 3:52 remaining. And it splits the defense there of Hills and all the way out. This is Turkowitz. Stretch pass deflected. No icing. Hustling back on it here is Vital. Wins the race to the puck. Jacobson couldn't quite keep the zone, and here's Rayo. Rayo swings it ahead, settled down here by Parenti. Parenti's got the tying goal. Starts in 22 in white. Takes it wide. Strozakowski pushes him off the puck as it's reversed here to the near side. Potential chance from the slot, and they score! Hills takes their first lead of the game. Rayo with the snipe. A 2-1 lead here late in the first for the Hornets. This puck tied up in the corner. Rayo emerges with it and goes low blocker, beats Nashorn. Just over 3 minutes left in the period. Here's Akgun. Akgun chips it towards the linesman and in. Adrian Rayo, goal number 7. He's already leading the team with 6 coming in and adds to that total. A big one here for Hills late in the period. Pass towards him again, knocked away. So there's a bit behind him, and it's cleared ahead by Cold Spring Harbor. Here's Rayo. Doubles back, looking for some help. Rayo starts back in, takes it wide. As Jacobson with him, tried to split the defense, could not. Good closing speed that time by the defense of Cold Spring Harbor. They cleared out, deflected, no icing, and they'll get not a wholesale change, about half a line off as charging ahead now Parenti. Parenti trying to split through, unable to do so. Left it for a teammate, but it was knocked away. Rayo on the back check. Wins possession back for Half Hollow Hills. From the red line, it's steered in deep by Nashorn. All the way around, getting to it, Abraham Akgun. Stretches a pass out for Recupero. Over the line, Recupero cut back, lost the puck. Turned over at the blue line, onside, they rule it, but a giveaway. And here comes Cold Spring Harbor, haven't generated much as of late. Really, since around the shift of the tying goal for Half Hollow Hills, they really swung the momentum. Recupero back in, gave it up. And the Seahawks start back into the attacking zone. A chance from the slot, they score! Their first chance in a little while finds the back of the net. And Cold Spring Harbor ties it up on the goal from Miles Neri. Defense of Hills just keeps backing up here. And Neri says, I'll take all the space. Thank you very much. And a sneaky shot, high blocker. Ties this game up at 2 apiece as we hit 1 minute remaining in the first. A clutch goal, but can either team steal the lead heading into the second? Back in comes Whalen. Separated from the puck by Lean, and it's cleared out. Given away at the blue line, and back in comes Hill. Centering pass, Recupero knocked away. Swept back out to center by Sawyer Nessie. Under half a minute to go. This is Neri, delayed offside here. Whalen has to touch up. Deflected in. Recupero has a beat on it. Tries to center it, intercepted. No white jerseys home for the moment. It ends up on goal, and Nashorn Alert will get the cover with 7.4 left in the period. A tightly played first here. Be a face-off deep in the Cold Spring Harbor zone. Recupero tries to go forward, but it's won back cleanly by Cold Spring Harbor. Around the boards it goes. Potentially one last shot. Won't make it to the goal, and that'll do it for period number 1. Seahawks took the early lead. Hills got the lead back, but a late goal with 1 minute and 1 second left from Miles Neri has this game all knotted up at 2. The shots are tied as well at 10. Step aside for a quick break and be back here for the second momentarily right here on the LI Sports Network. Back for period number 2 here on the LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Frank Pateno on camera. It's a 2-2 score in this JV matchup between Half Hollow Hills and Cold Spring Harbor. Cold Spring Harbor looking for win number 1 on the season. Hills win number 3. And it's been a tightly contested affair so far. The teams have traded leads in that first period. As Hills goes to work here in the offensive zone, this is Brant Saforte. Period slightly more controlled, I'd say, by the Hornets of Half Hollow Hills, but capitalizing on their chances certainly was Cold Spring Harbor as well to get this game tied up. They did take the 1-0 lead after all. 2 quick goals by Half Hollow Hills gave them the lead, and then a late one by Cold Spring Harbor tied things up. As this one ended up almost sneaking behind Daniel DePaulo there. He was able to get the whistle. DePaulo has 5 starts on the season coming into this one. 7.33 goals against. Does have a win. 4 losses along with that as well. Would love nothing more than helping propel his team to a big victory here. Shot from the line, doesn't make it through. Cleared ahead and the potential break up the ice here. Brent Saforte couldn't get through. Leaves it for Recupero just out of her reach. And then given away here and starting up the ice for the Seahawks is Ben Keegan, who got the scoring started tonight. Keegan couldn't reach it. Roberts out and another rush up the ice here. Potential 2-on-1. Saucer pass. A chance. Shot just wide that time. Unable to sneak it through was Connor Roberts. And potential numbers now for the Seahawks. 3-on-1. Over the line. This is Keegan takes the shot. High shot gloved and held by DePaulo. Great chance for Keegan. Great chance right before it as well for Roberts. Partial breakaway. 2-on-1, almost a 2-on-0 basically, and he just missed that far post. Face-off win here, and the shot from the point sneaks through. And Cold Spring Harbor goes back in front. What a bomb from the blue line here to put the Seahawks back in the lead from Curlin. Wires that one through a bit of traffic, and it sneaks through. And goal number 3 on the season for Robert Curlin, as the Seahawks back in front for the second time tonight here early in the second. Give the assist to Weston Mavro-Nicholas. Here comes Hills trying to respond. Shot, score! Back and forth we go, and a quick response from Half Hollow Hills. Lucas Sundak. His first of the season, and it's a big one to tie things at 3. Just getting a piece of it, not quite enough. Nashorn. Blink and you'll miss it here, as these teams trading punches back and forth. Tied up again. The pattern would say Half Hollow Hills would get the next goal, but we shall see. Sundak from Maddox lean. Those goals just 23 seconds apart. We're right back where we were to start the period. Just about 3 minutes in, it's reversed around the boards, far side to near. And Hills comes away. Rayo dangerously in front of his own net that time. He's able to make it work, though. And now has a path up the ice. Adrian Rayo's got one. Takes it wide. And it's loose in the crease and cleared away. Centering pass chopped wide that time. This time Nashorn got just enough of a piece of it to keep it out. Had to have some help, though, on the rebound. Rayo the steal, trying to stuff it. Nashorn holds his ground. Rayo knocked off his stick. Great defensive play that time by Weston Mavro-Nicholas. Nice move, and Hills is back in. Chance for Parenti, and he fanned on it. And look out here, a potential break. Mavro-Nicholas was up the ice. Curlin couldn't get it to him, and then he gave it away at the blue line. Here's Parenti. He's got one tonight. Couldn't get through that time. Defended by Ben Neri. Cleared out. Hills making a change defensively. Brings it back in, close to offside. A couple players collide, it won't matter. And here's Whalen skating it back out. Peyton Whalen knocked off her stick. And then a check delivered at the blue line here as the Seahawks try and start back in. Big hit from Neri. To the corner it goes. Seahawks emerge, centering pass. Knocked into the corner. Rayo had his stick lifted. It's loose at the side of the net. Stuff attempt didn't get through. Had DePaulo leaning the wrong way as well. Seahawks going to work here offensively as Cold Spring Harbor looks to take their 3rd lead of the game. And we have the game's first penalty upcoming, as a couple players spill down behind the net. Interference is the call. Jack Garziano got the secondary assist on the goal by Sundak. Lean got the primary interference here. And see, I couldn't quite tell which team it was against, and it is indeed against Cold Spring Harbor. And it looks like that is Strzelikowski going to the box. And the first power play of the game belongs to Half Hollow Hills. Looking to go back in front. Face off, though, won by the Seahawks. And it's wrapped around the boards and out by Keegan all the way down. Pass ahead for Roberts. Knocked down. Now Recupero chips it in and heads in after it. Curlin, first one on it, wraps it around the boards. Waiting for it there is Turkowitz. Chopping at it a couple times, holds the line again. Trying to get through Branciforte, could not. It's followed up by Neri and cleared out. From the red line, swing pass to an open Branciforte, and here he comes. To the circle, Branciforte to the slot, couldn't get a shot through. Roberts hits the bar. Point blank chance, a crease crank from Roberts off the crossbar. Halfway through the power play, one of the better looks that hasn't gone for Half Hollow Hills tonight. Chopped at, Turkowitz held it in initially, but it's followed up by Keegan, and he's got speed. Short-handed, Keegan cuts back. Great defense that time, forcing him to the outside. They will roll behind the goal. Maddox Lean playing that one perfectly. Just 30 left on the Half Hollow Hills power play. Out of the zone it comes. Recupero chops at it. Recupero has Branciforte going to the goal. Couldn't get it through for him. So he'll come get it. Plays it behind the net. Recupero beats Curlin to it. Tried to swing it to the front. Could not. Another try. Hit Curlin. Final seconds. Curlin gets it through and out of the zone. And that'll do it for the power play. 0 for 1 tonight are the Hornets. Successful kill here for the Seahawks. We remain tied at 3. Branciforte in. Has two teammates with him. Here's Roberts. Roberts couldn't sneak it through. It was loose potentially behind the goalie Nashorn. Couple players whacking at it, but a quick whistle from the referee. Seahawks survive that sequence. Be a face-off here, though, deep in their end. Just about halfway through this hockey game. And they win the defensive zone, draw it to the half wall, and it's chopped at by Whalen. Whalen, a race down the ice. Knocked off the puck that time by Joseph Cipatelli. And Cipatelli takes it to the circle, takes a shot and scores. What a sequence for Cipatelli. The back check on one end and takes it back down the ice and pots one home. And Half Hollow Hills does get the next goal here. What an individual effort by Cipatelli. Low blocker, sneaks it between the blocker and that right pad. And once again, Hornets back in front. Not long after that power play expired. And here they come again. It's knocked away, and this is offside. There's collision there at the blue line as well, and both Sandak looks to be okay, as well as Brandon Landino, who pops back up to his feet. For Cipatelli, his third on the year. Puts the Hornets back in front, 7:10 to go. Halfway through, and what a hockey game we've had here. The Seahawks trying to bring it in to tie it up, but centering pass Fandon. And Hill skates it ahead. And back out, puck available though in neutral ice, and then given away. And back in come the Hornets. Chance from the circle, deflected and goes wide. Now comes to the near side boards. That was Garziano who took the shot. Now it's Cipatelli. Puts it down the wall. Goes all the way around for Landino. Reverses course again. This is Sundak. Puts it back down for Landino. Landino to an open area of the ice. Waiting for Cipatelli. Shoots through traffic. And it's stopped and held by Nashorn. Good shift for the Hornets following up their go-ahead goal, and a couple looks at another. Neither team has been able to pull ahead by 2 yet so far tonight. Parenti towards the goal, intercepted. Seahawks charging ahead. Panetta leaves it for Strzykowski. For Panetta. Down the boards, Parenti gets to it. Has to move it quickly. He's checked hard to the boards. Stretch pass. Behind the intended target, Alexander Jacobson, but he finds it. Puts it into the attacking zone, but gives it away. It's flipped back out by Keegan. Glove down here by Neri. And then a big check delivered there right in front of the Half Hollow Hills bench. And the puck was tied up for a moment, but it's cleared ahead by CSH. Now an aggressive forecheck here for Cold Spring Harbor. It's cleared out though, and Keegan finds the puck, tries to start ahead with it. It was separated from the puck. And Half Hollow Hills looking ahead. He was kept away that time from Dominic Teklitz, and back in comes Rayo. Breakaway to the backhand, couldn't get a shot away. Great back check by Panetta. Turns and scores though. What a game so far for Rayo as he buries his second. It's 5-3. Couldn't quite get the shot away on the backhand. Maintains possession though. Gets to the circle. And what a shot there. Low glove. Back in, Recupero. It's the Hornets with the first 2-goal lead for either side tonight. Looking to up that to 3, but here's Whalen the other way. Whalen takes it wide, knocked off the puck that time. Great poke check by Lean. Lean sends it ahead. Roberts hammers it around. It's fired hard up the boards, held in here, and the shot flipped wide that time by Gomez. Tie up in the corner. Roberts emerges with it. Plays it off the outside of the goal. 4 minutes remaining here, second period. Gomez stepped up to pinch. Whalen chipped it behind him. And then the pass across the ice intercepted. This is Roberts. Chopping at it. Nice move that time by Curlin. Give himself more ice to operate with. Brings it over the line. Sends it all the way around. Getting to it here is Lean. Lean doubles back. Ahead, Branciforte chops at it. Roberts behind the defense. Has a breakaway. Roberts trying to catch back up to it. Does from a tough angle. And a shot stop. Puts it back towards the crease. Knocked away from Branciforte. Now starting up with it is Keegan. Taken away by Lean. Back in Garziano. Checked off his stick. Recupero into help. Couldn't quite reach it, and it's cleared back out. Skated into. Centering pass. A chance here. Shot save made. DePaulo hasn't been tested a lot lately. Came up with a big stop that time. Now Recupero. 3-on-1. Recupero. Saucer pass. Unable to settle it down. Branciforte. Garziano into help. And emerging with it, Branciforte. Backhand try. Save made, and the rebound cleared out of harm's way and back out. And Cipitelli on it. It's his teammates touch up. Cipitelli back in. That's the go-ahead goal as of right now. Looking for a lane. Just cuts through to the half wall. Tries to throw one towards the net. It was blocked down in front by Neri. Sends it around. Hornets hold it in. Flip back door. Cipitelli settles it. Backhand try. Missing the net. Branciforte and Recupero have been out there for a while. A lot of it offensive zone time. It is the period of a long shift, so the bench close by for the most part. And now it's fired in by the Seahawks, and they'll make a change, as well as the tired Cold Spring Harbor players. With 105 seconds left in the period. 5-3 lead, Half Hollow Hills. Looking to make it more. Sundak looking for second. Short side, he scores. Second of the game for Lucas Sundak. It's 6-3 Hills. Just takes it wide. He would not be denied. Tough angle. A little bit of daylight, though. Just able to squeeze that one through. Nashorn, who has made some big saves, but the pressure here too much for Half Hollow Hills. 90 seconds left in the period. Sundak, his first 2 goals of the campaign coming here tonight. 2 big ones as well, as he's helped his team now mount a 3-goal lead. Here he comes again, separated from the puck. Now numbers going the other way. Strzelikowski to the circle, shoots, and just fired it high and wide. Had Apollo going down, just missed the top corner. Garziano finds an open patch of ice here in the final minute. And a big check that time, and it's going to be a penalty here. Ben Neri put the shoulder into Garziano. They get the touch with 43.4 left. It looks like another power play upcoming for Half Hollow Hills. 0 for 1 tonight. But now with a 3-goal lead, a chance here to do some damage right at the end of the second period and up their lead to 4. And I don't believe this is technically a timeout, but the Hills coaches calling their team in for a brief discussion before the power play. Parenti will take the draw for Triple H. Ackham trying to move it. He's double teamed, 2-on-2 battle right here in front of us along the half wall. Comes free. Parenti back to Ackham. Half a minute left in the period. Up top, Cipatelli. Cipatelli fumbles it a bit, stays with it. D-to-D pass. Chance from the circle. Doesn't make it through, and it's cleared out by Curlin. Potentially time for one more rush here. We have 15 left in the period. Cipatelli to Parenti with 8. Atgun with 5. Atgun to the circle. Flips it back door and hopped the stick. One last try. Flipped wide. That'll do it for period number 2. 1:17 of power play time for the Hornets, who come back to take a 6-3 lead at the end of 2. Looking for win number 3 of the season. Can they finish the job? We'll find out next here on LI Sports Network. 15 minutes to go here on LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Frank Potato on camera. It's a 6-3 lead in this JV matchup for Half Hollow Hills over Cold Spring Harbor. As Half Hollow Hills looking to get back in the win column. They still got a minute of power play time. And they take it right back into the attacking zone. If you're just joining us, welcome in. This game back and forth affair. But Hills taking the lead and growing it late in that period. Looking for win number 3. Cold Spring Harbor looking for win number 1. They're also a bit short-handed here tonight on the bench. Looks like just 4 skaters with a backup goalie as well. But they have kept things close. They've had 2 one-goal leads as well in this one. And a chance here, pass back door, a try, score! Power play goal for Half Hollow Hills. Their biggest lead of the game mounts to 7-3. This is going to be Brantza Forte. He's been humming offensively all night, cuts down the slot, puck finds him, and he wires that one high glove. Half Hollow Hills certainly in control now. Don't want to let their foot off the pedal here, though. 59 seconds in to the third. Here comes CSH. Haven't scored since the middle stages of that second period. Trying to get something here to change the momentum. They had the 1-0 lead. Had another lead as well early in that second period. They tried towards the goal, blocked down by Maddox Aline. Defense in front of DePaulo has certainly sharpened up here in the second and early third period as it's cleared out. Keegan hustling back on it. Cristiano Recupero gets the assist on the goal from Brantza Forte, who picks up his 3rd of the season. Turkowitz, that's offside as Recupero didn't quite realize it. Faceoff will come all the way down. No one except for, looks like Maddox Aline realized it. They're all set up in neutral zone and now deep here in the hill zone. And the Seahawks take advantage. Centering pass knocked away by Rayo, who's sitting on 2 goals tonight. And it's cleared ahead. Putting the pressure that time on Keegan. Parenti back in. This shot didn't make it through. It's cleared back out. It's hard to tell. It doesn't look like we got an update on the scoring sheet, but I believe there is a goalie change down the other end, which would be number 35, Padraig Barron, who got the start in the last game, only allowed 1 goal in a tough 1-0 loss to Massapequa last time out. To the line. Held in by Turkowitz. Put down low. Getting to it here. Getting tied up by Jacobson, however, was Whalen. He comes back, held in by Lean. Waiting for Rayo. Rayo trying to knife his way through Neri. And runs into another hard check from Wittenbach. All the way around, and now a chance here for Cold Spring Harbor to bring it back out. Onside, nope, not quite. As Mavra Nicholas has to touch up. Here's Miles Neri trying to get it deep. Does, but right to Lean, who has some time. Lean for Turkowitz. Gets the red line and fires it around. Getting to it, Sawyer Nessie reverses course to the near side. Cold Spring Harbor can't really sustain any offensive momentum here. Curlin got a piece of it, but Parenti right back in. Parente couldn't get through. Cipitelli on defensively as the Seahawks bring it back in. Chance from the circle, stick save by DePaulo. And my apologies, it does look like both teams have made a goalie change. That is number 21 for Half Hollow Hills. That'd be Nolan Binsel. So Binsel out to start the third. Against Barron, who's had 5 starts, and so, of course, looking for his first win, but he has played solid. Case in point, the last game. And for Binsel, he started 3 games, and he's 1-2 on the year. Potential numbers here, Rayo. Rayo down the wing, takes it wide, tries to center, pass blocked. Parenti into help, Rayo takes it. Rayo up top, Cipatelli, one-timer, and it's wide. Hit something in front. It stayed out. Cipatelli again with 10 minutes left in the third. He fumbles it, and it comes back out to the neutral zone. Cipatelli puts it to an open area of the ice, and it's chopped back out. This is Parente. Forced back. Now under pressure here. Forecheck by Teklitz. And the skates of Gomos keeps it moving, and now it's Sundak who has 2 as well here tonight, but he gave it away to Teklitz. Teklitz got upended that time. Dumped in on goal, played aside by Barron. Seahawks desperate for win number 1. They certainly came out playing like it, but Half Hollow Hills has turned up the heat here in periods 2 and 3. Cipatelli. Nice move. Cipatelli to the high slot. Just throws it down low. Lendino centered it towards the goal. Knocked away. All the way around it comes. Cipatelli makes a nice move. Cipatelli down to the corner. Cuts back. Holds on to it. Takes it to the point. Drops it off behind his back. And good hustle that time by Sundak to hold it in at least for a moment. Still available. It's rescued here by Strezakowski. Delayed offside against Half Hollow Hills. They touch up. Long ways without a whistle here in the third period. And, of course, right on cue, an icing against Cold Spring Harbor. Shots 21-17 in favor of Half Hollow Hills. Just over 8 minutes left here in the final frame. They have the 4-goal lead. Roberts holds it in as that top line back out there for Half Hollow Hills. Roberts, Branciforte, and Recupero, but it comes back out. And Roberts out of his reach. Keegan just a step ahead to the puck here. Tries to go up the boards, knocked down by Recupero. And then Roberts knocked down center, though. Branciforte fired it high. Halfway through the third. All Half Hollow Hills as of late. Triple team here and just fed down the boards, and then a collision, and Cold Spring Harbor able to clear, but this is another icing. Both teams make line changes with 7:09 left. Face off again deep here in the Cold Spring Harbor zone. Parenti tried to throw one towards the goal, knocked down. Cold Spring Harbor charges up ice, looking to swing the momentum here and try for a incredible comeback, but running out of time, but it could start right here. Great poke. Taking it down low. Keegan looking to get it towards the goal, could not, so he swings it back out high, just backhands it towards the goal. Lee knocked it down. Ahead Rayo. Rayo gains the zone. Rayo to the circle, sitting on 2 goals, looking for a third. He shot it high. Turkowitz down the boards, cuts back. And it's given up and cleared ahead here to Cold Spring Harbor. And the chance moving in, a shot, score! And that's the second of the game for Miles Neri. And the Seahawks not going down without a fight. Just using his speed here to kind of split through the defense. Has a step-high blocker. Beating Binsel. And Cold Spring Harbor back within 3 and now looking for more. And here they come again. Shot, blocker the side. Keegan's got a great shot there. He let it go from the high slot. Working top corner, getting a piece of it. Binsel under 6 minutes remaining. Cipatelli give it up behind the net. It's wrapped back around here by Mavro Nicholas. Clear down the ice. Could be icing here against Half Hollow Hills, and it is. 5:33 left. Face off deep in the Half Hollow Hills zone, and they win it, and Branciforte starts ahead. He gave it away, though. 5.5 left here in period number 3. Back in come the Seahawks. Desperation time for them as Techlitz reverses course, but it comes out to Roberts, and then Roberts gave it away. Still available neutral ice. Here is Roberts trying to get through. Could not. Play to an open area of the ice. Seahawks start ahead with it. And from the red line, wrapped around the boards, under 5 minutes remaining. This is Strzelikowski. Knocked off the puck by Cipatelli, who chips it around the forechecker and starting ahead, 2-on-1, Half Hollow Hills. Branciforte makes a move, tried to center the rebound, score! Looks like the second of the game for Cipatelli, and the response right back from the Hornets. Roberts was driving to the net here. Branciforte retrieves in the corner, centers. Great stick that time from Barron, but it ends up right to the trailer. Joseph Cipatelli. Branciforte picks up the assist, and there's Rayo looking for the hat trick. Backhand try, put it high. He's had a few chances that haven't gone. Shots 22-19 in favor of Half Hollow Hills. Cristiano Recupero ahead to Jacobson on for Rayo. Rayo down the slot, takes a shot, and he scores. And there it is, the hat trick for Adrian Rayo. 9-4 lead for the Hornets. Team leader in goals coming in, just picked up his 9th of the season, and it's got to feel good for him and his team tonight to have a performance like this. Started off a little rocky, back and forth, of course. Cold Spring Harbor coming out strong, and they're going to have another look at one here, but it's shot high. That was nearly a hat trick for Neri. Jacobson, it's like his neck guard might be loose there, but he keeps it on to Rayo, and hopped his stick. Miles Neri. Now the neck guard just sitting on the ice as Jacobson heads to the bench. Back in comes Half Hollow Hills with their biggest lead of the game at 5. A wraparound chance was stopped. Parenti gets to it and just hammers it back in with 3.5 to go. The clock now certainly the friend here of Half Hollow Hills, with a big enough lead. Parenti, great stick work again to hold it in. Allows for a couple teammates to sneak in some changes. Down the ice, foot race for it here. And That's Lendino locking up that time with Mavra Nicholas. And Sundak was in to help. And here is Sundak sitting on 2 goals himself. Puts it down for Garziano. Garziano flips one towards the front and ends up in the crease where it's covered by Barron. .240 remaining. Face off deep in the Cold Spring Harbor end as Half Hollow Hills looks to just run the clock out here on the victory and improve to 3-6 on the season, pick up points 5-6. Unfortunately for Cold Spring Harbor, running out of time here, looking to avoid dropping to 0-10. Looking like it will likely be the case though, as Curlin fanned on the shot, and now it's Turkowitz. Looking for the home run pass, glove down. Great hustle that time by Keegan to avoid that potential breakaway. And from the red line, it's dumped in. Garziano chops and chips it around Keegan. Sundak will hustle after it, but beating him to the puck there is Strzelikowski. Dangerously brings it in front of her own net, and then a giveaway there. A great poke check, but a save made that time by Barron, denying Garziano. Behind the net it goes. Reverse hit delivered that time by one of the Seahawks. Another missed hit that time, and back in comes Cold Spring Harbor with 90 seconds to play. Taking it wide is Teklitz. Gave it up in the circle, lean banks it ahead, and it's fired down the ice, and this could be another icing here against Half Hollow Hills, and it is. Just 1:18 to go. Both teams making changes. Likely the last line change here in this one. Cold Spring Harbor looks to take a goal home with them, but a point shot fanned on by Keegan. Roberts starts ahead 2-on-1. Centers Brantza-Forte. Lets one go. May have been deflected, and it's gloved and held that time by Barron. The minute 5 remaining. Tie up there and clog in the slot. 1 minute remaining. Keegan hustling after. He's the first one on it. Cuts back in the corner. Gomel's got a piece of the puck. Half Hollow Hills dangerously in front of their own goal. Brantza-Forte tries to put some touch on it, and he did. No icing. Knocked down here, and Half Hollow Hills potentially looking for one more. Centering pass intercepted. Numbers here potentially. Keegan skates into it with 30 left. Keegan tried to drop it. Couldn't get it through Cipatelli and gave it away to Whalen, who holds it in. Neri looking for a hat trick here in the final seconds, but it's intercepted. Recupero behind the defense, as is a breakaway. Brantza-Forte scores. One final goal here for Half Hollow Hills. Makes it a 10-4 hockey game. Roberts couldn't quite sneak it through for Recupero, but coming down with speed was Brantza-Forte, as we cut that replay a bit too early. My apologies. Meanwhile, they run out the rest of the clock, and that'll do it for this one. The final score, 10-4. There's the goal. High blocker for Brantza-Forte. And the big victory tonight for Half Hollow Hills. A tight one through the first period and a half. But Hills controlling the second late and cruising their way to a victory here in the third. Valiant effort by the Seahawks of Cold Spring Harbor. Just unable to get it done, though. And they'll drop to 0-10. Half Hollow Hills will move to 3-6 before their next game in the month of December on the 7th, 8:10 p.m. against Plainview Old Bethpage Island Trees. Next one up for Cold Spring Harbor, the 14th of December, 5:15 p.m. against Long Beach. Thank you so much for tuning in. That will do it for our coverage here of this one. For Frank Botetto on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, Half Hollow Hills Hornets 10 and the Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks 4. You've been tuned into the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. Have a great night.